Moderate weights, high fatigue, bigger muscles. Too many bodybuilders, especially young people, move very heavy weights in the hope they would build bigger muscles, but this approach never works like somebody would think. In order to build bigger quality muscles, you have to build both sides of the key growth fibers. Why is heavy weights training not bringing you the results you hope to get? That's because such a heavy training trains mostly the myofibrils. The myofibrils are actin and myosin, whereby both are pulling across one another in order to generate force. These strands are inside muscle fibers, and you can build them with heavy weights, lower reps, and longer rests. But there is also the sarcoplasm, which represents energy fluid that fills each muscle fiber. It's composed of glycogen from carbohydrates, from mitochondria, potassium, calcium, creatine, and also non-contractile proteins. You can force the expansion of this fluid along with the size of your muscles with the so-called high fatigue methods of training. Several scientific studies where also known bodybuilders participated discovered that the moderate weight training but used with the high fatigue method provocates much bigger growth potential of the sarcoplasm. In fact, the growth potential of sarcoplasm seems to be substantially greater than the growth potential of the myofibrils. Such scientific estimations are saying that the high fatigue method of moderate weight training may have as much as twice the growth potential as myofibril growth. This rule is especially true for hard gainer types, who get almost zero gains from very heavy weights of training. If they want to get the bodybuilder look, they have to focus on building the sarcoplasmic size as it has the most muscle growth potential. In order to create the fullest fiber possible, you are obliged to use the high fatigue method of training, such as higher reps, the 4 times mass method, or eccentric sets. I can give you an example of 4 times drill. You take a weight, you can do about 15 reps, but you do only 10 reps. But you rest just to just to 30 seconds, maximum 35 seconds. Then you do another 10 reps and you rest again 25 to 35 seconds, and so on, until you finish your 4 sets. In the last set, go for everything. If with time you can do the 10 reps in the last 4 set too easily, either add a little bit of weight, or instead of 10 reps, do 11 reps in each set of your next training session. But keep always the rest time of around the 30 seconds. The most important fact is the short rest. It will cause a cumulative fatigue, which is a key to new sarcoplasmic size. An eccentric or negative accentuated set relies on extended tension time for sarcoplasmic size stimulation. Here, you will use a 1 to 2 seconds positive and a 4 to 6 seconds negative part on every one rep, reaching the failure at about the 7th rep. This system of work will hit the target muscle with about 45 to 50 seconds of tension time, which is the double of what most of the bodybuilders get per one set. You have to know that both the 4 times and the eccentric methods provide as well an excellent myofibrillar growing stimulation, with the 4 times method, where the rest is very short, the weight is enough heavy to stress the myofibrils, plus there is a strong cumulative effect from so many reps in a very short period of time, because you do usually 4 sets. With the eccentric training, you will lower the relatively moderate weight slowly, so that you produce an extra microtrauma in the myofibrils, which leads to supercompensation of hypertrophy. So with both methods, you get a double dose of muscle growth. There is another positive side effect of such a training, which is additional growth of growth hormone and testosterone, not mentioning the fact that your muscles will consume less cortisol. As a result, you will be more massive, more tuned. So train in a smart way for better results. Thank you for listening.